What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mom After Dark, when it's not dark, but hopefully you guys are watching this when it's dark. I think that's gonna be the new intro and whatnot, but y'all, it is really dark outside, but it's only 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd say like savings work. But yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about my week. As you guys can see, we in a different room of the house. I wound up switching rooms. This used to be me and Story's room, but where we slept. But the room was getting on my nerves. Like, it was getting on my nerves. It didn't feel like a room. Home didn't feel like home, and it was pissing me the hell off to the point where I was just like, you know what? This apartment's not giving. It's just not giving. Nothing in here is giving. I've been having really bad anxiety at nighttime. It was so horrible. So one day, Story took a cup of water and poured it on my bed. Where she got the cup from, I don't know. Where she got the water from, God knows where. Okay, y'all, I don't know where she got the water from. I don't look high enough. I think this camera actually, hold on. Yeah, I think, I'm trying to get the perfect, I don't know. All right, I think we good. Yeah, we good. So, God knows where she got the water from. So, I'm like, wait, I'm trying to make sure this is perfect. Okay. I'm like, Lord have mercy. So, I had to like strip the sheets, strip the bed, put everything in the washer, dryer. I was like, dang, when we going to sleep? So I went to the second bedroom and got on the futon. I slept in there. I kid you not, no anxiety, no issues, no problem. I said, you know what? I'm going to switch the rooms around. And ever since I did that, everything's been smooth sailing. Home feels like home. And yeah, like, let me move my mic. Let me get it like in between. Oh, and if y'all don't know, go shop Creative Vibes. This hoodie is like that. This hoodie is like that. But anyway, and it's not sponsored, boo. It's not sponsored. It's not sponsored. Just make sure y'all go shop, support your girl. She's a black-owned business straight out of California. I like my Cali people. I do love California though. I wouldn't live there, but I do like y'all. But yes. So that's what I've been doing. That's how my week actually been going. Like, I just been moving rooms, cleaning this room, putting everything back to where it needs to be, putting everything back over there, getting that room together. Oh, try to get like a new bed set. Trying to set it up as a vibe in there because it's really a vibe. And you know what's crazy? I think I'm used to small living quarters. Like, I always lived in a room with two other people, my sisters. It was always 3 of us. So I'm so used to like a little small room and whatnot. So, you know, that's really all me and Story need, and it actually worked out. We liked it. But I spent my Saturday in the emergency room as well because Story has pink eye in both her eyes. She has what they call viral pink eye. So y'all, I always consider pink eye shitty booty pink eye. You get pink eye for not, you know, washing your hands, for having a shitty booty. That's what I always thought. But he told me that it was 3 different types of pink eyes, and the pink eye that Story has, not bacterial, is viral from her cold that she has, and it just came out in her eyes and whatnot. So I had to go sit in the urgent care for that, get some eye drops. Hopefully everything, you know, subsides. Only time I'm supposed to use the eye drops is if her eyes get crusty, and so far it's just draining. It's not crusty, so fingers crossed it don't escalate. But yes, overall week was okay. I've been a little bit under the weather as well too, taking care of Story. But as moms, you know, we get sick when our kids are sick sometimes because they don't know how to cough, and they be coughing all up in your face, little minion. But let's get into our topic of the week. So I wanted to talk about this little topic because I had a conversation with someone about it over drinks, and I feel like it just needs to be talked about. So when do you guys feel like it's okay to cut the other parent off via mom or dad? When the other parent, and this is not, you know, biased just towards dad or biased just towards mom, it's about mom and dad, okay? Because moms can be deadbeats just like dads are deadbeats. Okay. But when do you think it's okay to cut the other parent off for inconsistency? I feel like let your child speak to you without verbally speaking to you. And what I mean by that is me and my two other siblings, we have the same mom and the same dad. I have a brother that's 2 years older than me, and I have a little sister that's, I would say 4 years younger than me, because it's technically 5, but it feels like 4, if that makes sense. My brother and my sister was very hurt in life when it came to like my dad. Like, they have a lot of daddy issues. Sorry to put y'all business out there like that. I'm sorry. But they have like a lot of daddy issues. And mind you, we was raised with mom and dad before dad left the house. Like, you know, dad left the house when I was like, my sister was like 5. So I was like 10, almost pushing 11. Yeah, I think I was like 10, almost pushing 11 when dad left the house. Like, but for me, and he was very inconsistent with, you know, within that time frame as well too. Sorry to talk about you, dad, because you know you're my road dog. You my homie. You my homie now. But he was very inconsistent. But there's 2 different types of kids in life. That's what I'm getting at. Like, my brother and my sister was like, you know, oh, dad said he was coming, let's wait up for dad. Dad doesn't come. Oh, I'm crying, I'm hurt, I'm disappointed. Now, if you have that type of kid who always look forward like to seeing dad, they're crying all the time because, you know, they can't see dad, or dad is just not consistent, and it's really taking a toll on the kid and it's really hurting their feelings, you got to cut it off. You got to cut it off, because you don't want to sit there and keep seeing your child get their feelings hurt after hurt after hurt after hurt after hurt. Then there's a kid that's like me. And my daughter's kind of like this as well too, I'm noticing. I never cared if my dad was consistent. I never cared if he was there. As long as I had my mother, I was cool. As long as I had my mother, I'm going to say that again. As long as I had my mother, I was cool. I never cried if my dad said he was coming to get me and never came and got me. I didn't care. I was really the definition of I don't care. Like, I don't care. It did not make me, it did not break me, it did not faze me. So you have those kids that it don't faze. And if you have those kids that it don't faze, don't worry about it. When you have them kids that it do faze and it do hurt them, and you see, like, you know, they're acting out, they're acting different, or, you know, they're crying all the time, they're begging for dad to stay because they don't know when the next time they're going to see dad, you have to cut it off, because it's no good for the mental. For me, per se, I didn't care. It's like when I see my dad, I loved him. I loved on him. I hugged on him. You know, that was my homie. That was my road dog. And then I went a month or 2 without seeing him and never cared. But when I did see him again, oh, what's up? You know, you my homie, you my road. I don't know what to call that. But I never let it bother me, because I was always the type of kid that I'm going to accept you for who you are. I see you for who you are. I see the stuff that you're doing. But if you're going to be like that, you're going to be like that. And I'm going to just love you, and I'm going to accept you for who you are. But you don't have kids like that. I feel like I'm 1 in a million sometimes, because you don't have kids like that all the time. Like, you don't. Like, my brother and sister really took it hard. And when you have those kids who really take it hard and take it, like, just take it there, then it's just like, you gotta cut the situation off. It's either you sit down with that parent via mom or dad, and you discuss, and if they're not hearing you, you take actions into your own hands. You gotta cut it off. Like, it's just, you know, you can't be in and out. For most kids, because like I said, I feel like I'm just 1 in a million, but for most kids, you have to cut it off. You have to know when enough is enough. But I seen a post where it be saying like, oh, if the dad wants to come around once every year, let them come around once every year. Or if they want to come around once every 6 months, let them come every 6 months. I understand that post to a certain extent, because it's just more so like, you got to know your child. if you have, like I said, a child like me who's very nonchalant, don't care, you know, hey dad, you know, love, hugs, kisses, okay, see you next year, boo. Because that's exactly how I was growing up. Like, oh, peace out, see you next year. Or something. Like, I went 6 years without seeing my dad, only talking to him on the phone. I went 3 years with never talking to him on the phone. Like, you just gotta give or take. You gotta know your child. You gotta know what kind of child you're dealing with. And my mother had it very easy with me versus my siblings. Like, she did not have it easy with them. Like, she always had to take, you know, the fall. She always had to take the bullet for the situation. So with them, she had to cut ties. With them, she had to cut ties. She's had to say, you know what, when you, like, for my sister, because my brother actually wound up going to live with my dad. But for my sister, it was more so like, you know, it's a wrap. Y'all ain't, like, you ain't talking to him. That's it. Talk to him when you get older. Talk to him when you get grown, or you know, get the high school, and you know, you can make your own decisions. You get your own phone. You know, my mother had to play it like that with her. With me, my mother did not have to step in and intervene with my relationship with him, because, you know, I was nonchalant, and it was more so like, you know, it just is what it is. Like, I'm gonna accept him for who he is. He don't hurt my feelings. Never did hurt my feelings, because I just really never cared for him growing up. Because I was always under my mom, like, just always under my mama's girl. Anywhere my mama could have farted, and she could have blew me to West Hell somewhere. But I was just, you know, more so always under her. So I really never cared. And that's how Story is with me. Story does not care for her dad like she should. She does not care for him at all. But I'm just like, you know, maybe it's just a hereditary thing. She's always under me, always with me. That's my road dog. We do everything. We go everywhere. We be matching all the time. We're matching clothes. So I breastfed her at that too. Breastfed her for 17, almost going on 18 months before I stopped. And like, she's just really like attached and glued to me. I wasn't breastfed. I was a formula baby, period. But everything Story does with me, I did with my mom. So, you know, I expected her to be like really attached to me, really joined at the hip. And she's like very nonchalant to be two. Very nonchalant to be a 2-year-old. So I feel like I have it good with her. Like my mom had it good with me. But yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. And I say this to say, like, y'all need to step up in these kids' lives. Y'all created these kids, mother and father. These kids need y'all. These kids need y'all, especially we going into 2023. And the people out here that I know personally that's, you know, becoming youth leaders and youth talkers and stuff like that. I could do this on my platform, but I don't got the courage to stand in front of kids and, you know, talk. I don't have the courage to stand in front of people and talk anyways. Like, it's crazy how I am, but I feel like, you know, we need more. I think I'm considered a millennial. I was born in 95. I think I'm a millennial. We need more millennials to go out and speak to these youths. We just need it. Like, they need guidance right now. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all already know the vibes. We out. Gang, gang.